Hi, I'm Nancy Darling. I am editor-in-chief of the Journal of Adolescence, and I'm here to talk about today how to make your great research into a terrific published article. And today I want to talk about your opening paragraph. Okay, so the goal of an opening paragraph is to frame the reader's expectations. So you want to do a couple of things. You want to clearly state your research question. You want to have a motivating puzzle. So why did you start this research project to start with? What's the reader going to learn? And in fact, that's the whole point of that first paragraph. You want the reader to really know how this paper, how this research is really going to be moving the field forward. You want to provide some citations, because what the citations do is they frame the literature. What part of the broader literature is your paper going to be contributing to? And all of that has to happen in that first paragraph, so people understand what you're doing, understand why you're doing it, and understand why they should read this paper. There's a couple things to avoid. Don't talk about the obvious. So we are a entire journal that's devoted to adolescence. So I do not want to read 3 sentences about what adolescence is, why it's important, and why I should care about it. We have a whole journal for that. Don't tell me about that. I already know it. Don't use abbreviations. Abbreviations add nothing to your paper. Journals are online. We have tons of space. That is not the issue. But every time you use an abbreviation, it makes me have to stop and think and say, what do they mean? What's NSSI? What does PM mean? And what is SE? Why should I remember those things when you could write self-esteem or parental monitoring or non-suicidal self-injury? Just write the words. If I'm already exhausted just trying to follow your arguments during your first paragraph, I'm not going to keep reading. So don't use abbreviations. Make it easy for me. Obviously, you want to avoid typos, because when an editor is looking at your first paragraph and they're trying to decide whether or not to send it out to a review, it's already a bad sign if they're seeing typos. Most common ones are spaces before the parentheses and citations, and correct formattings of citations. Obviously, you're looking for noun-verb agreement. Do use short sentences. Anytime you put in a comma or two, I'm looking for a period. You want it to be clear, short, and succinct. And finally, my best piece of advice is read that first paragraph out loud and make sure it's clear, informative, and makes the reader excited to solve the mystery you've posed. That's a great start for a paper.